Happy Wednesday to everyone, and I hope everyone is well today. Today we had a beautiful day. It was 8 degrees. It was still chilly even though it was 8 degrees Celsius. Looking forward to the oncoming spring season. So we're going to pull in here to the Petro-Canada convenience store, the orange store. Hello, welcome, happy Wednesday. Looks like they do have salt here for the driveway as well. So that's good. Okay, so I'm gonna grab these 2 bags of salt next. Hi everyone, welcome. Wednesday. Hope all is well. Type in the chat where you're from if you want. We're in Halifax, Nova Scotia. We're headed northeast and it's 3 degrees Celsius. 8:13 p.m. We're going to judge the roads here, whether we need it in 4x4 or not eventually. There's been some melt today, and that melt is freezing now. So things like ducts and condensation with the thin bit of moisture have frozen. We just picked up some driveway salt. We got 2 bags. Thanks for hitting like. Appreciate you. Wednesday. You're doing well. If you want to type in the chat who you are, where you're from. If not, that's okay. We are in Canada. Hello, happy Wednesday. Hi, Crispy. Can't read the comments. I can only see that it's you because of the blue. We went up to 8 degrees Celsius today, so it's looking up. We're looking forward to spring. Happy Wednesday. Hope all is well. Was in the 60s here. Guy just pulled in front of me. I didn't even say I was going to let him go. It's a little bit slow in the head, obviously. I wouldn't pull out in front of myself if that was a kilogram Jeep. Was in the 60s here, just me so far. Hello, Suzanne. Happy Hump Day, Queen. Thank you. Yeah, a few people have come and gone. Two likes in 11 minutes. Tap that screen. Type in the chat where you're from. If there's anything you want to talk about, what you're doing today, what you did yesterday, what's going on tomorrow, looks like everyone's pretending they're on a drag strip today. So you guys know when I do drive, I drive the speed limit. And anyone who goes more than that definitely is not. Share it out. Thank you. Crispy, if you're here, you can put your pin in. I'll try to pin it. It's up to you. Just give me something ahead of it to type on. There it is. Alright, I'll pull over in a sec. Person in front of me had to pull over too for some reason. Street vibes. Street vibes all day long. Some Converse Vans or skateboard. Thank you. Appreciate you. I got your comment earlier. You're very welcome. Good evening to you. There's not much traffic, so I can see that barely. Oh, it's Amethyst. Good evening to you, Amethyst. I should have guessed with the purple heart there. So good to see you. Happy Wednesday. Hope all is well. Snow stuck around. Yeah, so we haven't had very much rain. And there's a lot of high temperature today, about 8 degrees Celsius, to do some melting, but not anything significant. And I don't mind the snow. I can't really wait for spring, and then summer will be awesome, but I enjoy the snow. I don't enjoy cold weather. I don't like wind and freezing cold, and I feel like I've been wearing thermal socks for 2 months. Same 3 or 4 pairs, I just keep switching them and washing them, etc. Washing them. This is our spot where the snowman was, and he's only got his lower body right there left. Safety. Sharpie the safety snowman. So when I get to the driveway, I don't have any major bags to lug in or anything, so we'll just scoot in the house. I'll get you guys in tripod. And then I have some work to do. Yeah, Sharpie's body, his lower body is there. His midsection and his upper part with his head is completely rolled off. Within 24 hours of us putting a carrot in for his nose, someone either took it and ate it, or maybe like a crow or a mouse or something took the carrot. Within a couple days after that, his pylon was smashed and on the ground. Hi everyone, happy Wednesday. Oh, there's a beautiful moon up there. You guys will see it in a second because this light's in the way. Yeah, it's right there, that right beyond this light here. This moon looks smaller on camera than it is. Little dot above the fire station to the right of that red light there. Poor Sharpie is the head snowman now. Headless. Cute. Yeah, he definitely is. Now, we were supposed to get 10 to 15 centimeters of snow last night. We got maybe 5 and the rest was rain. Freezing rain. So the plow was out, and when they plowed, it turned it into like a skating rink. It's taken a while for this to get bone dry, this pavement. But we definitely didn't get what we were supposed to be getting. Unless it's on the menu for another time, I'll have to check. I do see a truck out salting right there, so it's doing that for some reason, maybe. Should be able to get in here without the 4x4, but we'll see. If not, I'll switch it while it's moving. The other day I got in the driveway around the empty garbage can and lit. It was perfect. Pretty slick. I double check constantly because there's children in the neighborhood. Not that they'd be out at 8:30 at night, but you never know what's going to pop out of a snowbank or a bush around here. Now I do have the wireless off. The audio and video should be good. It could do a switch when I get inside. We'll see, I don't know. But good backing skills. Thank you. Yeah, got lots of skills. Really enjoy driving. Some weird stuff that goes on in some of the neighborhoods. For example, some people aren't putting really good blinds and covers up to their bathroom window. Like, why would you want the whole world to see you peeing or pooping? I have frosting. It came frosted, our bathroom window, and then a blind, and then a shower curtain on rings over that. So there's triple protection on ours. And even still, I shower with the light out. There's a night light just to prevent any peeping Toms or Susans. We'll go in a second. A lot more quieter with the heater off for sure. Just don't know what's wrong with people today. There's a neighbor who rents down on the end unit from Mrs. Ahern's family. Mrs. Ahern passed away, my grandmother's friend. And they pulled all the way onto the driveway of the other person to back into their spot. People are just really gully lately. My windows have to be covered. Me too. I love fresh air and I love lighting and that. However, bedrooms and bathrooms are very private. There's rules against filming those areas as well. But there's a reasonable expectation that you would create your own privacy. So the camera isn't pointing where I'm talking about right now, but if I angled up just a couple inches, then you'd see what I'm talking about. There's a gentleman bathing his kids. No one gets to see me running around in a birth suit. Right. That's cute. I went in Spencer's at the mall the other day looking for a What the Helly pin, and I thought there were bathing suits. But when I walked up closer, it was personal sexual items that I couldn't record for you guys, and then a beautiful heart-covered bodysuit, like a piece of lingerie that I had thought was a bathing suit, but it wasn't. But it's really nice. You could wear it as a bathing suit to some locations, like Vegas, the odd beach in California, the odd one in Florida. But it was a little skimpy and see-through. Yeah, we didn't get to use our snow pants or our snow mitts last night, so it's a little disappointing. There's the deal for real. Welcome. So Crispy, if you check out the deal, he's working on some vehicles. He's got some Grand Nationals in the garage and driveway too. He's gonna fire up the barbecue and chill, because I guess it's hot in California today. Okay, come with me. We always double arm the Jeep because it gives it extra security benefits when you do it twice. So we're gonna go check the mailbox. I need to get you guys in a tripod, so. Do some chunks of snow at the front walkway. Go ahead and scoop those out. When I have a problem with the mail person, they seem to be not listening to the no flyer sign, so I gotta find a marker when I do the sign. Sometimes we'll get a change in staff, and then I do that, even though it says right there, do they need it in French too? And Spanish? Put that in black and twice. landscaping crap a little bit from a neighbor. Alright, lots of work to do, guys. First thing we need to do is find a load of laundry. And the next thing I need to do is vacuum the master bedroom. back in the master bedroom, in the bathroom, the garbage bag that goes out. Now we need to vacuum the stairs. Hi, Fest. Hello. Thank you for coming. Hi, everything. Thanks, everyone, for showing up. That's awesome. Are you the same Fest from Moonphase Room? Just checking some mail. Are you the same Fest from Moonphase channel? Okay, cool. Welcome to Blue. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. It's a birthday card from Dad's twin sister, Aunt Donna. She came in here whining about not doing cards and gifts anymore, and then sends the card on my birthday and on Dad's. So people just stick to what they say would be great. Alright, so Dad's phone bill and the power bill for his house. And the QE2 home lottery advertisement. We got a load of laundry running, and I'm going to vacuum the stairs next, Scott. The stairs vacuumed. Crispy, then one of a dad and son's fishing. Nice. Have one of a woman student of bass boat fishing for rainbow trout, for bass. So I line up Aftershock, some of the fishing merch, 48 minutes. Got some new fishing shirts out before summertime. Yep, super chill. Nice, safe place. Community all meets here. You'll see a lot of people you know come and go. MC, hi, how's it going? Good to see you, MC. MC Edna got shut down for a minute. She can't go live. They think that she's a kid, but she's, I think 28. JD said to me. Alright, we're gonna go back to our housework. And like I said, we have a little laundry in the wash, and I'm gonna vacuum the living room next. Smells clean, Javax and lemon smell. I'm just vacuuming the diner outside just for a minute. pretty awesome. And also, guys, go back to the last or second last live, and you'll see us making a strawberry daiquiri. Lesson number 7 of the intensive bartending training. Yeah, I hope everyone's having a good week. Find lately the weeks go really fast or really slow. It's hit or miss on that for sure. Alright, so before I vacuum the kitchen area, there's some wiping and dusting I'll need to do. You do the table first. Yeah, I have an aunt because of the old age of her husband, my uncle, and being on a tight pension and that, she didn't want to do birthdays and Christmases anymore. So we had agreed on that, but she just keeps sending a birthday card there. And she is getting a little bit old and demented, so could be why. But Dad doesn't remember when her birthday is or his, even though they're twins. His is the day after hers. She was born a day later. But if you don't know, you can't really celebrate things properly. And then if someone says they're not going to do cards and gifts, then you stick to that. Otherwise, we could keep doing it, no problem, but the person who said it said they're not, and she's a Pisces, so they can be a little bit juggly or jiggly and all over the place with thoughts and promises and things like that. I'm just giving the fridge a little wipe out. His dad's been touching it and not washing his hands. Groceries off there. And when my wash is done, we'll put that in the dryer. In the hall until the weekend, that's when the birthday is. Waiting to vacuum the kitchen last is because Dad had spilled some orange juice the other day, so I'm gonna need to clean that up. I did give it a wipe the other day, but just lightly, and it wasn't enough to get the sticky. My slippers are sticking to it. I don't like that. How's your day going so far? Really good. I used to do the drink. Looked yummy. Yes, it was really yummy. Really, really yummy. So yeah, fast, go back and have a look at that. Number 7 intensive bartending lesson. We made a strawberry daiquiri. It was super yummy. Sure was. Okay, I think we've used this dish right enough. We've got something else. having a great day and a good week. Well, hi everyone, happy Wednesday. Alright, so wait here, I need to jump in the conference for 5 minutes. We're going to wash up some of our stuff from our lesson last evening. So we're going to move you guys over here. Here we go. It's a good week so far. Good, Crispy. That's awesome. I find that you're always great spirited. The world could be falling apart. And Crispy is still talkative, still on board. We love Crispy, right? Alright, so a lot of this stuff will need to go in the dishwasher. I just hid it in the dish pan yesterday to get it off the cutting board for the production. So I'm going to empty this out. So I'm not going to wash these dishes if I don't have to. The dishwasher works fine here. Another property we are washing by hand right now because it's a really old dishwasher and it's not draining. So some of these items, like the shot glass, will be washed by hand, but we'll stick through that and get her done in a minute. Okay, so first thing we'll do is we'll put the dishwasher stuff away. Yeah, with the drama that happened in my life, I am keeping my head up. Oh no. You had drama in your life, did you? Sorry, I had a tough first 2 months of 2026. So, if you want to share what happened, you can. If not, that's fine. But sorry that you had drama and some difficult times. You know we're here for you, all of us in this community. As much as we can, all be there for each other. But for all the tough times, the end is bigger than the beginning. So, if you have tough times, it makes you stronger, but it leads to you on a path to betterness and greaterness. And it's a really good place to talk about anything you need to, because in my training, my slippers are sticking to this orange juice that spilled. Now I did wipe it up again, like I said a couple days ago, but it's gonna need more than just Windex and paper towel. I'm gonna need to soak it. Thanks everyone for being here. taste of life behind the scenes. Watch my friend get killed by a SWAT team. I lost more trust in cops. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. That is devastating, terrible. It definitely should be looked at and revisited by the SWAT team as well, and what they could have done better, especially to support any family, friends, and that work that were left behind. Loss. That's absolutely terrible. Personally, I'm so sorry. So, first question in my training is, how does that make you feel? So you felt sad, you felt angry, you had denial, all the normal symptoms of mourning. And then, what can you do to make yourself feel better? So one thing you can do is keep sharing the story and the information. And if you want to also type in the chat or with me anything that you want to share, positive or negative, about that friend, any kind of legacy or triumphs or things that made that person special to you. You carry on the memory and the legacy. Noticing in a lot of the documentaries being done by some of our friends and etc. that some of the SWAT and police officers are jumping the gun on their trigger, very trigger happy. That's what I'm hearing. There needs to be some changes with that. Just don't jump the gun literally and pull your trigger like that. SWAT sounds like there was several people involved in shooting your friend as well. Alright. Wash up these few things by hand and the mixer cup next. Check the comments in a minute. I'm going to try to think about a couple of those things. Hi everyone, welcome. Happy Wednesday. Share in the chat where you're from, who you are, what you're doing yesterday, today, what you're doing tomorrow. It's never easy losing anyone, especially to a trauma situation like that. This one I can't get in the cup, and it's crystal, so I'm going to have to get right in there with the cloth. Some of the sugaries and yummies are stuck in there from our Singapore, or our strawberry daiquiri. Our next lesson will be a White Russian. Then we'll get into shooters and layering, and I'll explain beer and lager and things to you. But our next session will be a mixology session, and it will be a White Russian. So once you're able to deal with the loss, hopefully you can open that void and fill it with new things that are similar to that friend, or a hobby that he or she enjoyed, So we're gonna let this mixer cup sit for a minute. Just a minute though. Smell the yummy strawberries from our work yesterday, guys. Yummy yums. So it's okay to cry. You just have to know when to stop. Good we had for sure. Thank you for letting me vent. For sure, holding it inside is not good. Yeah, and we tend to do that. We feel that people don't want to listen, or they don't understand, or they didn't know the person, or different reasons. He was the first friend I made since I moved back. Oh my goodness. Going back to my live stream. Take care. Okay, Oma. Appreciate you. MC. Sometimes we don't know who we can tell our story to and if we can trust them with our emotions, if they truly, really care. Sometimes people take the information and they'll mock you or use it against you. It's a commonality as well. But not here, girl. You're good. Alright, so we got the dishwasher stuff away. Got the hand dishes almost washed up. We've got that mixing cup next to do. Unexpectedly like that. When people have ailments or that they're really dangerously and something can happen is one thing. But when it's a surprise and total shock like that, it's a definitely different situation and you have to deal with. And MC, if you're still here, make sure you go to one of the previous lives and check out the strawberry daiquiri lesson, please. We were in the Deal for Reals channel today. He's working on a vehicle. I don't know if it was a Nissan or what he said it was, something powerful, but he had a couple of Grand Nationals in the driveway in the garage too, which are of interest to me, huge interest. It's one of my favorite vehicles, guys. You have Grand National. He was pulling apart some stuff with the wiper deal and getting a fender off, and I don't know if it's getting ready to go in for a paint job or what he's doing. I didn't remember it being said in the title. But he was just in here a few minutes ago. Just working away in the hot California sun, doing his barbecuing after a little bit of working on the mechanical work. Alright, I'm going to dump this in the composter. This is our garnish plate from Remy McGrath last night for our strawberry daiquiri. Everyone go to lesson number 7 to get caught up on that, please. optional. You need to go check out that live, guys. Some of the cookies out there. Alright, so that cloth's dirty, and we're going to switch now for the cutting board to a clean way to dry it. Happy Wednesday, guys. Hope y'all are doing well. Alright, so I always keep a fresh leaf out. Ready to go for any reason. Whether to cut food or an item, or even self-defense in the home. There's pockets of crime in every neighborhood. Home looks nice and smells. Oh, Faster's so nice. That's so nice. They never tried super, they just left him lay on the ground. Oh my goodness. So I wonder why. Was it not safe for them to provide life-saving skills? Because they should have. Lived across the street, so I see his house every time I go outside. Lynn Sam Kun Vlogs. Hi, welcome. Good morning. Inside's not good. Someone was still inside. One cop kicked him and then kicked him again. Or then put handcuffs on him. He was already dead. Okay. They were checking for a response on whether he was gonna try and reach for a weapon maybe, or, but yeah, kicking is not a way to check and see if a body is deceased for sure. It's borderline disrespectful. I wouldn't like to move out there and get residency now. Would I be able to do it? Canada is beautiful. You may be able to, yeah. Especially if you come for a few months and do your applications and stuff while you're here. It's probably a better chance. He lived alone with his dog. I am glad his dad took the dog and his family taking over his dog. His ex-girlfriend called them after they had a fight. Oh no, that's terrible. So it was an alleged domestic, and they came fully armed. It's so sad, Crispy. So sorry to hear that. Okay, this one's dirty, this one's still good. Traumatizing for the dog to lose his best friend as well. She was involved in somehow having your friend swatted. Didn't help mitigate any loss. She increased or exasperated it. Don't know what kind of charges she could be up for doing a swatting call or contributing or assisting. Yeah. Shooting of someone. Especially if it turned out that it could be a false report that she made to get them there. So I guess like criminal, but there could also be civil litigation on the city or even the family's part on that. Oh, there's so much going on in the world, it's hard to keep up with any criminal in civil litigation suits. Fires a lot of evidence, paperwork, things like that. Time and money. Alright, I would say all of these things are dirty now. Put them in the laundry room. Keep this basement door away because, like I said, Dad didn't tend to be washing his hands as much as he should be. You know, the deal for real doesn't like having dirty hands, which is a great attribute for a friend of mine to have because I enjoy people who keep washing their hands. But it's kind of funny for a mechanic who doesn't like getting their hands greasy. They knew he owned guns, so I think that's why they came in so hot. Yeah, it was messed up for sure. She didn't even live with him. It happened on the 14th of February. Hurts. Should I visit? Probably they had went about the whole thing. His ex-girlfriend called them after they had a fight. Yeah, sounds like a lot of interference and maybe a false report went through. Where should you go? Vancouver's nice, Calgary's nice, Toronto, Montreal's good. The whole East Coast is beautiful. So Prince Edward Island, New Brunswick, here in Nova Scotia. Okay, I'm gonna put my hat on. And I'll grab my fuzzy coat just to dump this compost plate here. Get that in the dishwasher. Put my hair back up in a scrunchie again. You're welcome. We can discuss again, if you do come to Canada, a little more suggestions. Get my head around some things and think about that for you. But the cops in Grand Junction are big chicken shits for sure. There's a video, 2 cops getting beat. One man went. Yeah, it seems like they went into a situation there armed when maybe didn't need to be. Especially with a dog. You would probably need to call for a canine handler. And it seems like they maybe jumped the gun on approaching your friend too. Sound like he's in emotional distress and they interfered with that. Listen to the caller only. We've almost got the wash ready to go in the dryer, so I'm going to compare it to finish up. So that's good. I'm going to have to take a day and clean up this dishwasher. A lot of goop building up in here. So I'll show you guys how to do that one day. I'll set my scratcher down and get ready to put it out. You're such a great player in all the channels. No one would ever guess that you were suffering that kind of drama. It was Grand Junction Walmart on YouTube. Oh boy. King Doopy, hello my friend. Good to see you. King's here. Hi King. Happy Wednesday. Hopefully all is well. Good to see you. If you guys go to the second last live, you'll see we made a strawberry daiquiri, instructional lesson number 7, so check that live out. Alright guys, I gotta wash. I need to put it in the dryer next. So I'm gonna do that just a sec. Like Java item. Bed cover and a fuzzy coat. I've been doing a drain spin on that, a small drain spin on an empty load, getting the extra loose water over there. And it's time for me to have a little break so you guys can come with me. Yeah, I will check that out, unfortunately. Not right this second, Crispy, but I will check that out. Appreciate your information and sharing all that. Being said, I am going to have to vacuum down here shortly, because otherwise these crumbs are going to get traipsed upstairs. I'm headed out to make dinner. Thank you for letting me vent. I'll see you later, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Wednesday. Enjoy your supper, and I'll see you guys later. Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Hope y'all are having a great day. Surrounded by loving, attentive people. If not, flip the table and be loving and attentive anyway. Just doing a little break from cleaning, y'all. Just wondering, Crispy left. I wonder if that Grand Rapids Walmart was that the gentleman that was hiding next to it in the woods in a tree. Because I tend to watch a lot of this stuff when it does go down. I may have seen that one. I'll have to go have a look. Great Wednesday night, Suzanne. See you in the chats later. Okay, Crispy. Hopefully you can debrief fairly from sharing all that info with us. Just stay true to the memories and some of the enjoyable things that you remember about your friend and you'd like to continue on in memory. Crane Junction, Colorado, Suzanne. Okay. Yeah, I will definitely have a look at that. Based on my training, I find that of a huge interest. A lot of times things can go really bad because of a domestic partner ratting overtly on another, etc. Sometimes what's going on a reported call is definitely not the scenario that people are walking up to you. Especially, I imagine the dog was probably friendly too. I'm glad the dog is still alive. Hi everyone, happy Wednesday. Y'all are doing well. So next I need to vacuum the laundry / bathroom sunroom. And then I'll have to come back down here and vacuum a lot of granola bar crumb mess that my father made. We'll use the shop vac to do that down here though. And we'll wake Dad up, he can take his pills, clean his teeth, and he has to come down and cook his burgers next. We did get 2 bags of salt when we first started the live for the driveway. We're getting some melt, but not enough to take the edger and smash it out yet. We need to soften all the layers up a little bit more. Another issue that's going on in Colorado is it's a sanctuary state. So when they get the calls, they don't know if they're pulling up to people from other countries that have firearms and weapons, explosives, things like that. So they probably could have better checked the person in the call as well. It's a huge array of mitigation of losses that could have occurred there. Steps. DP, see you later, my friend. Hey, Crispy. We're here for a little bit longer. I think from full power, this lasts without charging 3.5 hours. No rush to end the live, so we'll be here. Good job on the likes, guys. 13, double tap tap. Appreciate everyone being here. Always, you guys rock super. If you haven't subscribed, go to the subscribe button and go to the shorts channel too. That's us as well. Anyone else want to type in the chat that you're here, where you're from, any questions? And Fest, I'll look further into some ideas about where you can visit and what would be fun in Canada for you, so I'll keep that in mind. I have two birthstones. I think it's a London topaz or something. There's two stones I need to look up for Helen. There's a Thanksgiving question I answered for Paula, but Canada tour information I'll look up for Fest for sure. Okay, guys. I'm gonna go up and make noise again with the vacuum. And when we're done vacuuming the main level, we'll have to come down and do this mess that my father made here in a minute. A bunch of crumbs. He just loves that, I think, making messes. He emptied out this entire Kellogg's box. It's hard to do stuff one-handed sometimes, you guys. We'll get there. I have a friend's father who is one-handed and had a tool on the steering wheel with a ring to still be able to steer and drive and stuff. Actually, I'm going to take this stuff down next. Hold on, guys. I'm from Pennsylvania, Philadelphia area. That's awesome. I really like Pennsylvania. I've been to Hershey, Pennsylvania. I've driven through the Poconos when I was on a road trip with my family before. Went over the Mactaquac Bridge and they asked if I was old enough to drive. That was so nice of them. What a compliment. Because I looked younger than I was. I think I was 18. I guess I looked 15 probably or something at the time. scenes. Every once in a while I do a behind the scenes live, and you guys get to see why I enjoy doing other lives with you guys and shopping and doing things for myself, because looking after two disabled people in my family is not a bundle of joy, for sure. Nothing fun about it in actuality. It interferes with your life skills, your employment, your priorities, other priorities in life. So we have these in the dryer. These were washed with some Dove Excellent soap and all dried. I'm a little cold. Take them upstairs in a few minutes. And I need a drink. I'm just so parched. Hi everyone, happy Wednesday. Adam, hi Adam. How's everyone doing? I'm gonna have some Diet Canada Dry Ginger Ale. Take down a steak for Dad for his dinner tomorrow. I'm actually craving a pickle, so I'm gonna have a still pickle. Don't have fresh orange juice. I'm gonna have a Stripes pickle, guys. It's too bad for crispy. So I live in urban Halifax. You know, I've lost a lot of friends over the years. Some killed by cops, some killed by other citizens. A lot of homies have passed. What's the temperature out there? It was 8 degrees Celsius today. I think it's 3 now. So it was mild, but not super warm. How about you? What's the temperature where you're at? Much love and respect, and taking care of your dad and Cole, the queen of the wands. King, you're so sweet. Thank you. That means so much. Really does. Super does. So, Mom remarried Dad after divorce for 30 years, and then she passed away. And then, of course, I got daunted with the task to do such as that. No, I did help my grandmother until I was 94. I worked full time and went to university, so I did have some experience prior to that. Did help my mom mildly with some things. Alright, so next is this section of the floor. I think I need a new mop head. So I'm going to just take some soapy water and we'll put it back in the sink or with the soapy water and then wipe off this sticky. So we'll take a big chunk of all this soap. And we'll fill the drain and let it go down. and wave this up. And I'm gonna have to get a new mop head for Bird Properties. Alright, that should be clean. So now we'll just give that a little dry. So, if anyone was here for Crispy's story, it's going to take us a little bit to debrief from that info and news. If anyone has anything you want to talk about, how you feel, any concerns, just let us know. And we'll make it a priority to make that a topic for a minute. When I see you talk to Crispy sometime, I'll try to tell some stories of some of my friends that were lost tragically. The older you get and the more city living you're doing, the more common that could be. It's definitely not okay, but can be common for sure. Oh, it's 63. Little part of me, okay. So I'll leave you guys up here for a minute while I shut back that area in the basement. Just gonna quit and dragging you down. It's gonna be really noisy. I'll whip up those crumbs next. guys for a minute so I can use the ladies' room. Yes, much respect to Suna for taking care of her dead Amethyst. Thank you so much. That means so much, guys. It really does. Okay, just okay, so next, guys, I'm gonna wake Dad up, make him take his pills, and I'm gonna jump in the shower. To bring her purse up because he's not allowed to drive due to his strokes, and we don't want him to go riding off in the Jeep or something. Everyone, happy Wednesday. Hope everyone's doing well. There's Matt. Hi, thanks for stopping in. If you scroll through the comments, we've had quite a interesting live so far. And so, I'm just about to jump in the shower in a minute. The neighbor complained. Is there noise? And I can hear your vacuum and going on about property lines ever since she moved in. Really annoying and disrespectful. She got up a bicycle from a psychologist one day and wanted to tell me she pulls her hair out, but I don't know the reasons or her treatment, so it was non-warranted for sure. Okay, I'm just gonna mute you guys for a minute while I discuss with Dad. Alright, guys. I'll leave you guys running. I'm going to jump in the shower. You need to get up and take your pills that say Wednesday? Okay, put your laundry in the bin next. Finish your waters. Alright guys, how is everyone doing? Imagine telling people you're not doing Christmas or birthdays anymore and then send a card with no gift in it. You get cards for Christmas with gift cards in it. You and your two sons, separate families. And no one even acknowledges that they got it or said thank you. We don't even know to this very moment if they got the cards and gift cards. One was $50, two were $25. When it was said, I said, we'll still do birthdays. And the person said, no. So why be a hypocrite? Some Pisces sign people are very different people. It's not even worth my time to go to the dollar store and get a card and stamp on it and try to get it there by Saturday with nothing in it. It's completely pointless to me. You need to finish your water? You go finish it, yes. You need to go down and cook burgers, butter, salt, and pepper next? Yep, while you're in the hallway in my space, and then in the shower. Hi everyone, happy Wednesday. How's everyone doing? Hope all is well. And we'll tap that screen. 14 lights, good job guys. Classy chat. There's Freshly. Hi Freshly. Stop by, yeah, I appreciate that. Fresh and so clean, clean. body dopes me. I'm just so fresh and so clean, clean. Put you guys on mute for a minute. Hi, Adam. Welcome back from the UK. Awesome. I'm in Canada. We have viewers all over the world, though. So when you get down there, wash your hands and cook your burgers, butter, salt, and pepper. Yeah? Yes. Everyone, happy Wednesday. There's Tilster. Hi, Tilster. Wavy, in fact. Posed with a dilemma, Tilster, because Aunt Donna had said she's not doing Christmas and birthday anymore, and I was like, oh, we can still do birthdays. But birthday, she sent a card, no gift inside, just received one for Dad, probably no gift inside. We haven't even got a Merry Christmas or a thank you for the $50 gift card for Michael, 25 for Kevin, 25 for Aunt Donna and Uncle Brian. So I just don't know when it's going to end or to cut it off. But anyway, yeah, here's a card in the mail for Dad for the weekend. I don't feel like wasting my time going to a dollar store and putting a stamp on something with nothing in it. Are you cooking burgers or just making the Dad burger? Hi, sweetie. Hi, Toaster, sweetie. Alright. So this is the caboodles we got the other day, guys. You open it up, it has 2 levels and a mirror. And we got this one too. It has 2 levels and some compartments. Replaced one that we had. I'm not going anywhere. So it's just my regular thing in between 2 of our properties. No intent on going anywhere. Just had a lot of housework, care work for Dad. He's cooking his burgers now, so that's good. Ain't nobody fresh as me. I'm just so fresh and so clean. Something sticky on here. It got stuck to me. There we go. Oh, not going nowhere. So we got the upper level all cleaned, the lower level all cleaned. We vacuumed a lot of crumbs in the basement. Dad's cooking his burger, so that's good. Change clothes. Yeah, because I just jumped in the shower. So. It's 10:35 p.m. here, guys. You need to use butter or you're going to wreck the frying pan? Okay, we'll go get the butter then. You need to use salt and pepper to kill bacteria? Can you see my chat? Yes, Adam, I can see you. I'm from the UK. Yes, I said that earlier. This is Canada. With viewers all over the world. You do that on the cutting board. We don't put stuff on the counter. That's too much butter. No, not okay. He's cooking burgers, butter, salt and pepper. I haven't had supper yet. Had some buffalo chicken dip and corn chips earlier, but that tends to be the going issue with Dad and fiance. So I'm in between properties, looking after people instead of myself. I'm from Canada. Yes, I will fast. I really must. It never pays to put people first, trust me, guys. bars out for that for tomorrow. I don't know what I feel like eating. Yeah, it is a beautiful place. I heard the UK is beautiful too. I am actually Scottish, but I was born in Canada. "15 likes, guys. Good job." I'm gonna spin the phone out just to see how much battery I have left. A sec. It's gonna spin. And we've got 30%. Doing really good with the battery. That's awesome. I'm using parts. Okay. We have provinces here. Territories. Yes, a lot of Scottish people migrated to Canada. Yeah, so our ancestors came on the ship the Hector to Pictou and migrated to Truro. We have some that moved to Massachusetts and South Carolina as well. What's going on? Dad's cooking burgers. There's not too much going on fast. Just a kind of behind the scenes live this evening. Happy Wednesday to everyone. Hope all is well. I think we've been doing most of our shoutouts along the way. One for you, I hope. Oh, so cute. He's cooking too. I'm not too much of a huge meat eater, so negative on one for me. I would eat a burger that he cooks or pork chops, but I just have different preferences. I like vegetables, fruit, pasta, seafood. I'm not sure what I feel like eating. I'm not sure. Just finished doing all the cleaning and clean myself up, so I'll take you guys up. You can watch Dad cook in a minute. Cook and meat pasta, awesome. I cook and meat lasagna. If you scroll through, you'll see I did that one day. I'll do it again soon. Cook and meat turkey too. Chicken parmigiana. Yes, I do. Had someone in here the other day. They're a 5-star chef. Asked if I wanted to go to Pakistan and they will cook for me. And they'll come here and help clean with the toilets and things. But we don't need that. Appreciate the offer. We clean the toilet every time we use it. Eggplant parmigiana. That would be really yummy too. Our neighbor grew some eggplant and I put that in the lasagna the last time I did. Second last time I did a lasagna. It's beautiful. I like eggplant, yes. And we'll take you guys up and you can watch Dad cook. And gonna roll to the other property shortly. Take your garbage and plastic downstairs. will need salt and pepper to kill bacteria. You need to move the burgers around and squish them to get the blood out. When you're done your supper, you're going to need the shower nuts. Yes. Those aren't going to be ready for another 5 or 10 more minutes. So let me put them inside. Okay, do you want to lift your burger so we can put water in the pan, please? When you're done, you need to go up and shower next? Yes, make sure you do, yes. Do you want to get the cloth and wipe that off the counter, please? turn the burner off, please? So why you put that on the burner? You're gonna burn it. Dishcloth doesn't go near the burner. Hang the towel back up. You'll put it near a burner next time. You need to put the spatula in the dishwasher for your drink next. Perhaps interesting egg pie. Good, sounds delicious. Okay, we're gonna pull you guys out of the tripod. Do you need to bring it? Because I have to do a wide format video. You want to pour yourself a drink next? We don't leave the fridge open. Okay, when you're done, your dishes go in the dishwasher, and you need to shower. Do you understand or no? No, make sure you do, yes. Okay, bye. Love you. Love you. Hi, Scary Trigger. Welcome. What's up? You must be exhausted after working all day. Okay, I think I have everything. Oh, I need my little books. Just a sec. Can you go close the cover, please? Hey, Misbehaving. How's it going? Little Mizzy. Okay, I get a garbage bag I need to put in the can here. Put that in. And we always check this door anyway, the basement door. It's all locked up. I think I have everything. I'm not sure. Alrighty. Whew, guys. How's everyone doing? Happy Wednesday. Hope everyone's got what's bothering you. What's that white stuff on all of that? I know, right? Oh my goodness. We were supposed to get 10 or 15 centimeters last night and we didn't. It's a little bit of snow and then turned to rain. Pardon me. Alright, let's roll it. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Welcome. Tap, tap that like. That's the only call to action tonight. .4 Celsius. We just had a wireless switch off there. If you saw that spin, YouTube does edit that out when she processes. Put us into the search party. Yeah, we haven't seen Miz around very much lately. They must be very busy. Alright, so we got Dad looked after. House is clean. I'm clean. Again, I only had buffalo chicken dip and some corn chips today, so I'm really undecided on what I feel like eating. Just kind of don't feel that hungry, but I do need to eat something. Oh, there's a good chicken breast was cooked up at the other property, but I'm not sure how much of that is left. What's this truck doing? It's a ceramic shop. I don't even know if they're supposed to be there this time of night. Maybe they're parking a trailer. "17 likes, good job, classy." Might be in the mood for soup or some fries and gravy or something. I'm definitely not in the mood for anything fast food. So I'm gonna pull over. It's gonna spin out while I make a phone call. But I'll be right back, guys. Hold on. Alright, we're back. So I just asked someone to put some fries in the oven and get some gravy going. That's what I'm in the mood for, I think. Could even put some cheese on that. Make it like a non-curd poutine or something. We have our favorite perfume on, Christian Dior Hypnotic Poison. It makes me feel so happy. Gravy with cheese. Yeah, so I think we're going to have some fries and gravy. There might be some chicken breasts cooked left over from earlier. I'll have a couple of bites of that. I'm absolutely ravenous all of a sudden. It might be from Dad's Burgers cooking or... Alright, we got sirens coming somewhere, guys. So, don't know where they are. Might be on Robie Street, so parallel to Agricola. got to keep diligent to these sirens. Stay out of their way if they need to get through somewhere. Yeah, it's the next street over. It's an ambulance. Guys, I really don't want to go to the dollar store and put a stamp on a birthday card with nothing in it. So again, the story is I had an aunt, due to the ailing health of my uncle and being on a strict pension, say that she wasn't interested in doing Christmas or birthday gifts anymore. And I was like, oh, we can still do birthdays. And she's like, no. So Christmas, they got a card at my aunt's with a gift card for a grocery store for $25. One cousin got a gift card for $25 and a card at his house. Another cousin, $50 because the family's bigger, in a card. And we didn't even get a thank you or like a Merry Christmas, nothing. We didn't even know if they got those cards with the gifts. Then all of a sudden, January, birthday card comes, nothing in it. And then I'm presuming the card that just came for Dad for his birthday has nothing in it. So it's one thing to say you're not going to do birthdays, but then start firing out cards and pull fast tricks. This is a Pisces thing, I think. So Dad and my aunt are Pisces. They're twins, brother and sister. And I don't feel like going to a dollar store, putting a stamp on an empty card and mailing it and hoping it gets there in like 2 days. But at some point, the nonsense needs to end. I tend to put a lot of people ahead of myself and my own wants and needs for decades. The last year or two, I've been leaning and erring a little bit towards the more of the self-care side of things. And people read that energy and they try to get in and mess around with things for sure. So that's my frustration after checking the mailbox just recently. It's playing on my brain. It's not a small family. We were doing birthdays and Christmas for a lot of people. And we weren't getting the same reciprocation back for many, many years. Now, Dad has post-alcohol withdrawal dementia. He's been rehabilitated from strokes. However, he doesn't even know when my birthday is, when fiance is, when his own birthday is. It's not fair for him to be buying cards and gifts for people, especially if there's no reciprocation. I'm back, Susanna. Hi, MC. Awesome. Welcome back. At some point, you just have to stop putting your best foot forward for people and do you. Now I'm a Capricorn, so I'm a leader, organized, loyal, creative, a lot of things about me. But that's one thing I don't do, is say I'm not going to do something and then turn around and do it. Which is what the person did. So we just finished an eclipse and we had a full moon, and there's a few reasons why I get a little venti and communicative and my decision making a little overt. You guys will notice that. It happens in cycles with me. Awesome job on the likes. 2 more likes, guys. Double tap. Let's go. Let's get 20 likes, guys. If we can. If not, that's fine. Everyone type in the chat how you're doing. What's going on? YouTube works, and actually world cars I haven't been a part of neither recently. Not too much. It seems like a lot of the streamers are just struggling to cope every day with what's going on in the world, look after themselves, and still put out good content. So you haven't missed too much at all, honestly. Kevin and Alex went to Michael Myers' house. That was pretty cool. Jessica did a little bit of the Persian Iranian celebration for what's been going on, and then some Hollywood walks. Blake's been doing the usual, so karaoke, dress up like a carrot, and also directional walks, so people pay him to walk a certain amount of steps, different directions. MC, if you go back 2 lives back, lesson number 7, we made a strawberry daiquiri. The next one we'll do is a white Russian. We'll get into layering and shooters. I'll give you guys info on lager and beer soon too. I think it's high tide out there in the ocean. Looks beautiful tonight. The moon just glistening off of it. The moon's up here, guys. That's the moon. Not too much, MC. I had some plumbing, accountant, and lawyer things to look after, so I was a little behind than what I wanted to be in content, but the main thing is working on quality content. So I've been going hard streaming this week. I think I did take a rest on Monday. But yeah, not too much going on there in the streamer world. Why is this car acting like it's broken down here? Friggin' retards, man. I'm telling you. You okay? Oh, did it? Okay. Yeah, you don't want to bend your rim. Just stay safe, okay? Alright, just a double solid line, so it could be that the police may come and ask you to move to the deck or somewhere. Don't be surprised if the police come because of the double line. Just be careful, okay? Okay, bye! So he hit a pothole and popped his tire. That sucks. The tow truck's right behind me now, though. It came really quick. So that's good. Anyway, there's nothing we can help with. The trucks are just rolled up. So he's gonna come up here and turn around and then go back and get the scary tire. On Monday, I'm gonna have to pull over to read that just a second. Fell the ladder. We were installing exhaust fan. Hit the ground unconscious, had a huge gash side of his head. Oh my goodness, so sorry to hear that. How do you? Virginia Slims. Virginia Slims are cool. I like Misty's. He shattered his orbital bone and fractured 2 ribs. They tried to do surgery but couldn't save his eye. Oh no, sorry to hear. Tired of the snow, Suzanne. Yeah, I love snow, but I'm definitely getting tired of it. So scary. I had someone I know who fell 12 stories, and it took a long time for them to rehabilitate. They're still not completely mentally and physically there. So this could be a long, drawn-out, serious rehabilitation for that person, and I'm so sorry to hear that. That's really difficult for you. And traumatizing for sure. My goodness. That is terrible and traumatizing. So guys, buddy back there was driving a Hyundai and he hit a huge pothole and popped his tire. He now has a flat tire. But the tow truck is pulling up and gonna help them. really bad spot here, the double cell line. And if someone does report them, they will have police on the scene and make them move that vehicle. It's considered blocking the street there. Double cell line is basically almost like a highway, even though it's 50 kilometers an hour here. It was a horrific thing to see in person. It really would have been. So also Dad fell off a ladder once, and my stepmother didn't call an ambulance, didn't call me. So I'm glad you guys were all there for the person, and you'll be there hopefully a little bit during the recovery and rehabilitation, as much as you can handle, for sure. But yeah, sorry about that. It's definitely life-changing for that person. It's never safe on ladders. You should always have a spotter. I tell people that. You should never walk underneath the ladder as well. And losing sight in one eye is traumatic, terrible. So sorry. But I appreciate you sharing the info and lightening your chest and the burden a little bit by sharing that. The more you do talk about it, the more it'll get easier for you, the trauma, for sure. That's terrible. The question I would have is, was there a spotter for the ladder? Because that's one thing that can be learned or taken home from the situation. More bad news. Yes, MC. So it seems like our community is having some major ups and downs and turmoils. Some may not even be sharing their troubles at this point. But yeah, we would like this to be a nice, open, safe channel. And I'm sure some of you that are still watching are able to deal with trauma, debrief from it, be there for one another. So hugs to you all. And I'm going to peace out right now, guys, because I'm going to have some French fries and gravy and maybe some chicken. Yeah, there was, but it wasn't the ladder. It was the fan slipped and the rope snapped and took him off the ladder. Okay. So, I don't know what would prevent that from happening in the future. Maybe to double rope it. So there's a second line, a backup line. Yeah, really a freak accident. You know, things happen for a reason, but for someone to lose total mobility, emotional stability, and eyesight is just absolutely horrible. Alright guys, happy Wednesday, as happy as it can be. All's well that ends well. Things have turned around for me for the better recently, but I'd rather not share. Sounds like too much depressing things happening. MC, you can share. I'll probably be back on a live tomorrow. So if you want to come in and add to story number 3 or what have you, we'll definitely listen, address, and try to soften the trauma that you've been going through and struggles. Yeah, shout out to everyone. Yeah, check in tomorrow and take note, anything you want to talk about, good or bad, and I'll try to help you guys the best I can with those things. Get some food and have a good night, Suzanne. Thanks, Gary. I'm actually getting really hungry. I won't be up late tonight either. I'll be in a couple channels, but probably sign off a little bit early tonight. Suzanne looks so pretty tonight. Oh, Freshly, that's so nice of you. My goodness, such a sweetheart. You guys all mean so much, especially supporting me, helping Dad, and giving me feedback. You got a real behind the scenes look tonight. Every once in a while I do that. because of time sensitivity and having to move cameras around and muting and things like that. So fully open dialogue tonight. And she's hot. Thanks, Fresh. Ditto. Alright, guys. Appreciate you. And if you haven't hit the like, do it when it processes 12 to 24 hours. Go back in there and smash like. We need 2 more for 20. Oh, thank you, Scary. You're so sweet. And Crispy was in here. You guys check out the merchandise. There's bikinis and t-shirts and things. Much love, guys. Peace.